James, what's like one of the like funnest like projects that you've ever worked on?
Well, the best project I ever worked on was when I had made some what do you call those, guitar picks, stainless steel guitar picks for Joe Walsh of the Eagles. I made a whole ton of them one day, and that was pretty cool. And he sent back pictures of himself holding some of them, and I
That's
actually
cool.
got to talk to him. And when he came here to Vancouver, they sent me passes, so I got to see them as well. So that was the funnest, sort of, I guess, the most famous project I worked on. But as it wasn't that technical, it was just writing some words with Surmark onto a piece of stainless steel. But the coolest project, sort of the most technical project, I guess, are probably some of the models. Our tech here in Vancouver, he built a folding ukulele,
That's
like a
crazy.
backpack folding ukulele. You loosen the strings, you fold the ukulele, and the entire thing, even
Wow.
the neck, is made out of plywood. And this ukulele is really, really, really cool thing. You gotta see this thing. Maybe I'll take some pictures of it, and Lev can put it up on the show to see it. But yeah, I think that's the coolest project I ever I didn't really work on it, but just I was sort of part of it by being there. I was part of it by proxy, I guess.
That's cool. I like the Eagles one, but that ukulele I'll have to check out too.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What about like
send
any
some
kind of
pictures.
difficult projects? Did you have anything that was like really challenging? Like, did you ever feel challenged with like the rotary, obviously not graphics, or like certain materials or anything?
Oh, I'm always getting challenged by materials. There's a material that's made of old clothing that they spray something on it, and then they compress it, massive compression, and it turns into a board. It's really neat stuff. That was a very challenge to cut, just because you're constantly trying to find the right settings. Because it would either light on fire or it wouldn't cut deep enough, and so you're constantly changing, frequencies and powers and things like this, and that was a tough one. Also, some stuff with the actually, I have a really good one. This customer had they have painted glass, very, very thin. I would say maybe 1/32 of an inch glass. And it's and it's not just glass, but it's ceramic glass, and which is really, really hard to engrave. And what they did is they had painted the background black, a really smooth, very thin painting of black. And so they had a CO2 laser, and they were engraving out icons. And this was for a push button system. And they tried using a CO2 laser to engrave these. Well, when people pushed too hard on the glass, they would smash. And so we had to find a way to get rid of that paint without engraving the glass. And we tried so hard with the CO2 laser, and finally I thought, well, the fiber laser shoots right through glass. So I used the fiber laser from my flex machine to engrave right through the glass, so that the beam shoots through the glass, hits the paint on the background, and actually engraves away the bond that the paint has with the glass. So it didn't touch the glass at all. It just evaporated or vaporized the paint.
That's pretty cool.
The other side, and we were able to do exactly what this guy needed, and he was able to put them up in wherever these things went, and very, very happy. So that was actually one of the coolest things, because it took hours and hours to figure out the right settings to release the bond of the paint from the glass.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I like the whole technology behind everything that you can do, and like solving problems too.
Yes. That's one of my favorite things. I'm a troubleshooter at heart. I always love trying to figure out the challenge of, what is this material? How can I make it mark? I don't believe anything can't be marked except for vinyl, everybody, and the obvious sorry. There's something happening with my phone here. It's over now. Yeah, so the challenge of these things is fantastic. So, I had a question for you. Up here in the U.S. or in the U.S. I was just down in the U.S. Up here in Canada, we have a lot of women buying and operating these machines. And when I was at the ISA show, there weren't a lot of women down there, like U.S. women, inquiring after machines. It was mostly men. Are you finding that this is a sort of a male-dominated field down where you live?
Yes, I did notice that myself, that it's pretty male-dominated. When I was doing research on it, it seemed like it was a lot of older gentlemen with trophy shops that were doing it, and it was nice to kind of like be the. I kind of wanted to be like a female face for other Trotec users, and it's nice when I see like other female users on the Facebook site.
Right.
I think women are really creative, not saying that men aren't creative, but
That's true.
I think it's a little intimidating. Maybe it's always like seemed a little like too corporate or officey or engineering. I'm not sure, but
or Star Trek, you know.
But yeah, Star Trek-y, yeah. So it did seem very male dominated, which I think, like, I am huge on encouraging like women empowerment, and especially something that can be so creative for women, and really getting like your creative power out there. And it's not just for making money for large companies too. I've also sold to plenty of other moms and wives and women. And there's a lot of other ladies that I've met who own Trotec lasers too, that like use it for quilting or use it for their shops. And it's kind of nice to see like more female faces with it, because it does feel a little male dominated.
Yeah, I found that when I first started, you know, way back in 2000, I found that it was like that. But I think over the years, at least up here in Vancouver, I found that it's sort of switched, you know, almost 50-50. I really don't see any one greater than the other now. I see, you know, obviously the big corporate people buying 3 or 4 machines, or very, very large machines. But I'm also seeing more and more moms who, you know, they don't have time to go to work, or at least a lot of people are choosing to stay home, and, you know, raise their kids from the home, and so they're taking, you know, a job inside their house, and they're creating themselves a job. And so, you know, once you pay the lease for your laser, you know, these people only need a couple $1,000s more per month to, you know, pay bills and get some extra money. And so a lot of these people aren't making huge amounts of money because they don't have the full time to put into it. And so these ladies are you know, building a little business by working 2 hours a day or so, and actually paying their machine off and making extra money aside that, and having a good time, and teaching their kids at the same time.
Yeah, that's really inspiring. That's a lot what I've seen and what I've done for myself too, just working from home and being able to live in this like e-commerce world where I can have like a website online, I can ship, I don't have to have a storefront and worry about that. And a lot of the times I do find that my payments for my laser, like I can make enough money to exceed that and still have like the income needed. So it's a great thing for stay-at-home businesses. I really agree with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And with the invention of websites like Etsy and things like this, you have a marketplace. It's not just a website, but an entire marketplace for people to shop around in. And so creative people now have an outlet to sell things that people actually want. There's a market for craft-made artisanal gifts, right?
Yeah, it's the age of that right now. Yeah, the age of really like homemade stuff. It's awesome. It's a good time for that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I've seen a lot of growth lately with Trotec Canada. Are you enjoying the riding in the van with James?
I love it, actually. I'm a performer. You know, I'm not going to say a side job because I don't make enough money to call it a job, but my side gig is a performer, a singer, and so this gives me a little bit of a way to sort of marry my love for performing with my love of lasers. So it's a fun outlet, and I needed something to do with my time while I'm driving the van around, because I used to be sequestered in the office and ear plugged to the phone, trying to get people to drive from Vancouver way out to Langley, which is a suburb, to come for a demo. Well, now they don't have an excuse. I just drive to them. So I needed something to do in between there. And when our marketing peeps came up with this idea, why don't we strap a camera to the dash? I said, yes, this is perfect. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm probably doubling or tripling my sort of visibility to people, the demo rate. Plus, people call me all the time. Oh, I saw your van in Port Coquitlam, or I saw your van in Burnaby. I mean, with this van, you can see it for miles. The giant Trotec signs way at the top. But I really enjoy this. I got some great ideas for this show. This is my first, interview, and I hope to do more like this, because so far I'm having a great time.
I'm happy to hear that. I've really enjoyed following you along on your show, and I've really enjoyed interviewing you today too. And I appreciate you giving me the opportunity, and for Trotec too. It's been really nice, James. And
I also noticed you said Trotec Canada videos. Well, I like to call them Trotec videos. I mean, it's this information is spread worldwide. I mean, just because it's us here in Canada doesn't mean that everybody can't share it. So I think that sort of that globally, we all can share these videos, and we can all share this success here, right?
I agree. Yeah, the more we share, the more we give, and I think it really helps everybody out. I love that. I love collaborating.
Me as well. Well, thanks, Nickole, for being on the show. Really appreciate you talking about your stuff down there. I really like to see your shop. I'd love to come back down to Florida, maybe for the next ISA show in 2 years when it's in Florida. Maybe I can zip down and see your shop and your laser and all your products. That'd be fantastic. Listen, guys, what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to sign up for this YouTube channel. I know you've been watching the show, but you may not have actually subscribed to the YouTube channel yet. This is really important so that you get to see our next video and our next video and our next video. And if anybody has any comments, any suggestions of things to put on the show, please put them down below. Write down your comments. We love to hear them. We love to answer the questions. Doesn't matter if you're from Canada or the USA, South Africa, or what's another country? Russia, Germany. Leave your questions. I don't read German or Russian very well. My Cyrillic is very low. But if you can ask them in English, I'll answer them back. Listen, guys, thank you so much. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.